You can leave your house for exercise once a day on your own or with a member of your household. But if you're doing that, we do ask that everyone observes the government advice. That is to stay local to your house, avoid non-essential travel. And I'm afraid that means also avoiding getting in your car and driving to more remote places for a walk, although we'd all love to do that. Observing the social distancing rules whenever you come across someone else on a walk, the 2-meter rule or the 6-foot rule, which I think most people know about now. So it's really important we observe that.
Guys, we have to take the responsibility to move out of the way for walkers and not wait for them to do the same for us, because they're slower and we might be behind them and they can't see us. And I've seen loads of people complaining on social media about runners coming too close with our sweat and our panting and basically not adhering to social distancing. So please, can we keep 2 meters apart? If it means having to run into a ditch, so be it.
As much as possible, we're asking people to avoid touching gates and fences and those kind of things on your walk. But most importantly, as soon as you can, you wash your hands.
If you live in a household with more than one person, then send just one person out to the supermarket in the first place. Trying to use your local shop and targeting just one shop that you can walk to, then you avoid using public transport. You may have to queue to get in. You may have to stand in a queue where you're 2 meters apart. And then when you are inside, again, not crowding around people at the aisles trying to get something, getting as much as you can in one go. I know it's not easy right now because there aren't a lot of things in the shops. Getting what you need and then trying not to go back the next day and the next day to pick up other little bits and bobs, and just trying to make, as few journeys as possible. I think that, it's really challenging, and obviously there is a portion of the population who must rely on this right now, and they're going to work to do really, really vital jobs, and it's very difficult for them. I think if you can walk it, then, leave a little bit earlier, make the journey part of your daily exercise, and walk if you can, and spend as minimal amount of time as you can on public transport. And when you are on public transport, just being really vigilant, again, touching your face, because we all know it's something that we can do without even realizing. Trying to stay as spaced out as possible. So if you're on a bus or the tube, choosing a spot that's as far away as you can from people, and just taking your time, not crowding to get out of the tube gates, or, crowding to get on and off a train. I think everybody's going to have a level of understanding right now that things are a little bit different, and perhaps leaving a bit more time for your journey. And when you get to the other end, taking really good care to wash your hands immediately as soon as you get where you're going.